Good morning, it's the 8th of December 2024. This used to be a day for going shopping for Christmas long ago. There's a growl over there from wind turbine number 5 in Rah Rah. She seems to be getting a bit worn out for some reason. You might hear that noise there. But in any event, I made a video yesterday and I made it on Syria, but said Libya. Now all these countries seem to end in "yeah," except Europe, and all the continents the same. But anyway, it was a mistake too far. You couldn't remedy it. Now I'm between vehicles at the moment, and one unfamiliar vehicle. I was closing the door, and I had my thumb in as normal, but it didn't have the half catch. It slammed tight with a spring and squeezed my thumb, and I probably lose the nail there. And it's very painful. I'm taking paracetamol, so that's been a bit of an upset. But what I have in the new van is I have Bluetooth, and I should be able to use the time that I'm on the road to listen to my own videos and make sure there's no errors. I dump at least 1/3 of all videos because I say something in them or a slip of the tongue that's just too much. And that's when you have a one-man band, that's what you're going to have. All the big broadcasting companies have 20 and 30 production assistants helping with that. In any event, folks, I said Libya. It's Syria, of course. Libya is not in the news at the moment, and events have moved on. What I wanted to do yesterday was get in early with the news, and because of that mistake I didn't, and I had to delete the video. But now the situation is that the regime of President Assad is gone. It's gone, ended, over. He'll not be heard of again. There's word that he took off on a light plane and intended to fly towards Russia direct, but then took a turn, maybe for lack of fuel or for some other reason, to the Russian airbase, which is in the west of Syria. However, it disappeared from radar and showed that it was coming down. It's dropping. No wreckage has been found, but the radar and the plane tracker that somebody was watching, there's always somebody watching, the plane tracker did not show it landing at the Russian airbase. It did not show it landing at the Russian airbase. Now, an example of what I have to do here, this phone is moving with the wind, and I don't want it to fall, so that's how I get distracted, and I can't watch every word. But I think he either got, as they call it, Prigozhin, to set him up on the plane and blew it out of the air. He could be dead, or he wasn't on the plane at all. It doesn't make any difference. This whole regime's over, and the rebels, the Turkish-backed rebels, are in and are in full control there. One thing to watch is what will happen to the Russian airbase that's there. The news says they got 48 hours to get out, and I think that's what's going to happen. And this is a big blow to Russia and Putin. Here we have their ally in the area, and they couldn't mind him. Now, it must be remembered that Assad had ample opportunity to get in some kind of a democratic, or be seen to help to install some kind of a democratic government in Syria. No talk here about Libya, Syria, and he didn't do it. He wanted to hold power at all costs, and he wasn't prepared to share with anyone. And every time there was pressure put on him to allow democracy, he said they were all terrorists. Well, the terrorism is he's gone. He should have been trying to get some type of an inclusive government there. There's Kurds there, and Erdogan in Turkey hates them. He wants them out, but America likes the Kurds, and the Kurds are good people. They have a lot of women soldiers there. I'd say they'll be trying to grab a wee bit of power there, and but eventually, or essentially, Turkey sided with the rebels. They're a member of NATO, and in a way, in doing so, they sort of sided with Israel and sided with the United States. Whether America had any input in this, or President-elect Trump had, all remains to be seen. But one thing I'm going to watch for very carefully is that the Americans have the oil of Syria under control. They essentially moved in and took it. And several attempts to eject them out of there failed. And President Trump has said, we'll keep the oil in Syria. Everyone can have what they like. We're keeping the oil. This in a world where Europe tells us we can do without oil. That's some fairy dust. But in any event, it's watch now and see, will the American base in eastern Syria, will it be taken out or will it not? And my bet is it will not be, because ultimately Edron is NATO and America is NATO, and I think that America will hold on to that oil well for a long time to come. 'Tis a blow to Putin, but he's winning in Ukraine, and to expect him to fight on all fronts might be a bit much. The timing was quick. Nobody spotted it happening. It was well organised. Were the Americans in there? Were they trying to? Did they orchestrate it? Very hard to know. I claim they're trying to orchestrate it in Georgia, but don't forget, the aim of the Americans before Trump takes over anyway is to absolutely destroy Putin, destroy the Russian government, take everything they have and monetize it into BlackRock and Vanguard and all these big finance houses. That's the aim. And who's to say they can't or won't win? It's very hard to say in that area. Anyway, I bring you the news as it is happening. That's the story. If Assad is gone, Gone, whether he's dead or alive, I don't know. Good luck. Comment underneath, and at least I got it right this time. Syria, Syria. That's it. I can't do it any plainer than that. Good luck and thank you.